One of the things that I find in small businesses is there's often a difficulty and often maybe a pushback a bit on how we talk about cascading goals. It sounds a bit corporate. It sounds like something that sounds really good if you have a system to be able to manage it or if you have multiple layers of leadership. But what does this look like within a small business? And so one of the things I think that's important is when we talk about unified purpose and we get people aligned on the direction that we're headed as an organization, they want to understand how they can contribute. And goals are the way that we can assist with that, goals and metrics. And so, one of the things that I think we often do within businesses and overdoing things in the corporate structure is we create so many layers of goals and metrics that my goals and metrics, that's multiple levels away from a CEO's goals and metrics, they don't even feel like they're headed in the same direction. So, what I've seen recently with a client is they were working on their goals. They were getting really clear about what were the major pillars across the top of the organization that they could continuously talk about to their employees. And then they started meeting with the upper level kind of director group, not at the front line, but that director group that they were wanting to build their strategic muscle, but also help them to be able to convey what direction the organization was going and how their individual team could contribute. So they asked the first year for the directors to be able to set goals. Then the second year, they were spending more energy around metrics and what would we actually know success looks like if we were achieving these goals. What was great about this intentional stair step approach is they didn't take on too much too soon. So the directors were able to understand what are the big picture goals and then how does a sub goal set into that. And they spent energy working on that, trying to figure out how to talk about it consistently in the first year, trying to figure out how for the directors to convey that to their teams. And then in that second year, they started layering on more performance energy, more focus on metric and measurement. And not every single person had a different measure. So many of the things that worked really well in this small business was sharing the metrics and measurements across the team and helping people to understand how they contribute maybe differently to those metrics, but owning them as a department of 5 people or 10 people. It helped to make the infrastructure not so complex, but it helped to align and make sure everybody was headed in the right direction, which is critical for this particular part of the work.